You can see him on Hulu. You can see him on Epix. He tours the country doing shows. Give it up for Ryan Shores!
How's it going? All right. Anyone else at the park far away? I am 17 blocks from here. I am in Hillcrest. All right, I was walking over here all the way from where I'm parked. There's a bit of an incident. You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
Here's what happened. I parked my car, I'm walking over, and I notice there's a very young, very cute girl, 22 years old, walking about 3 yards ahead of me. And she's making all the turns I have to make. And she's going all the ways I have to go. And after like the 7th coincidence, where she turns a corner and moments later I turn it after her, she starts to get very nervous. And I know, because he's giving me this shit, like... I know what she's doing. She's doing the rape math on me. She's sizing me up to see what level sex offender I am. I don't blame her. She's picturing a Netflix documentary about serial killers, starring me, where I'm in a jailhouse interview going, I don't know what came over me. I had to strangle her and touch her boobs, and she's scared. And I feel bad. This happens to me all the time. I hate it. I don't want a woman to be scared of me. I don't like scaring young women. So a few years ago, I asked some women in my family what I can do in this situation. I asked, what can I do if a woman thinks I'm following her? What can I do to let her know that I don't mean her any harm? And I got some bad suggestions. There were some bad... One of them said, you should just run out and get ahead of her. Run, and so let me get this straight. She's already terrified of me, and your suggestions I come sprinting out of the darkness at her? No good. Another one said, you should just call out that you're not following her. Ladies, with this voice coming out of the darkness and going, I'm not following you, would that put you at ease? No, that's not good either. Then, from my cousin in Pennsylvania, she said, my favorite one, you should act gay. That was my reaction too. How do you suggest that I act gay to a stranger whose back is to me? She gave me that advice. She said, well, it's easy. If this girl thinks you're following her, pull out your phone, pretend to take a phone call, and just be the most offensive gay stereotype you can possibly be. And it's working. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, it is working. But little problem. I don't know if you noticed this. I have this kind of raspy Batman voice going on here. So when I act gay on these pretend phone calls, I don't sound like your run-of-the-mill average gay man. I sound like a jaded old queen from New Jersey who's just over everything. Yeah, I sound like Robin Williams' brother in Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, honey, I'm so happy for you. Matchmaker, make me a match. That's working. The thing is, I'm an actor, so when this happens, I get too into it. When I think a girl thinks I'm following her, all of a sudden I pull out that phone, I immerse myself in the role. I take that phone, I'm like, Ruben, you slut! Where were you at the Chartreuse Moose on Wednesday, Ruben? It was a Cocktoberfest, it was a monsoon, Ruben! Before I know it, I forget she's there, I'm pushing past her like, bitch, get out of my way! The shoes are tragic! I have a rapey face, that's what I'm saying. I've learned to deal with it, I understand that. Let's say this, I don't smile at women in public anymore because I found they don't like it. And something I just dealt with, and you know what? When I say this to people, when I say, I have a creepy face thing going on, they try and make me feel better about that myself. They always go, no, you don't. Don't say that about yourself. No, you don't. Yes, I do. You know I know? Because like I mentioned, I'm an actor. And when you're an unknown actor, people tell you how you look in print. It's their job. I'll tell you how this goes. I have an agent. And that agent, every week, sends my picture out to casting directors. And then, based on no information other than that picture of my face, they send back roles they think I'd be perfect for. And it's a little insulting every time. Because when you're an unknown actor, you're not going out for big roles, you're going out for small roles. And in small roles, they don't name those characters. Have you ever read to the end of movie credits where it's just the actors that had 1 or 2 lines in the movie? They didn't name that guy. They just described who he was. Construction worker number 1. Waitress number 2. Do you know what my roles are? Neo-Nazi number 3. Ex-convict number 4. And my favorite, sex offender number 1. I'm never number 4, I'm never number 3. Evidently, sex offender is the role that Hollywood thinks that I am second to none. So I'm learning to deal with that. Went out for a job interview recently because I don't know if you can tell, this shit's not going well for me at all. Turns out I'm not good at that either. I am not good at job interviews. I forgot how to answer some of those questions. Like the question where they want me to tell them what my biggest weakness might be as an employee. I'm starting to think I shouldn't be honest with that question because I've been honest with those people and they are horrified. I thought this was a safe space so I can air my grievances and they get very judgmental. They're like, what would you say your biggest weakness is? I'm like, wildly unmotivated. I gotta be honest, I'm looking around here. I hope I don't get this. This looks like a freaking nightmare in here. I don't know how you stand it. What else? You know what? Also, sir, I don't know how much you're gonna come here at work, but a couple times in my life, a stranger has given me something I thought was cocaine, but turned out to be crystal meth. Again, I don't know how much you're gonna come up here at work, but then again, I don't know what you all get up here at Kinko's, so just want to have all the information. I'm not getting any of these jobs, guys. I'm just screwing them at this point. I go in there, I mean, if I'm not getting the job anyway, I might as well have a little fun there, right? Just mess with them. I pretend I don't understand the question. They're like, what would you say your biggest weakness is? I'm like, black guys, know what I'm saying? Saucy, know what I'm saying? When do I start? I didn't get that job. I'm starting to think I didn't want to work at that preschool anyway. Screw them. I think I would like to be a teacher, though. I think I'd be good. Not because I like kids, because I don't. But I think I'd like to be a teacher. Because remember that time in school, it would happen every once in a while, your teacher would just come in, look around and go, screw it, and just go put on a movie. I want to do that in a job. Wasn't that an awesome day? Wasn't that great? This woman who you thought was really old at the time because you were in 3rd grade, but she was probably only 24. She came in with bloodshot eyes, hungover, and just trailing that big rolly cart with a big boxy TV on it. Oh, my God. Yes! Mrs. Willis stayed out too late trolling for Dick again. This is going to be a great day. A movie. She always had a little excuse of how to tie it into the lesson plan, like, all right, children. You know how I'm teaching about Christopher Columbus right now? This movie's called Captain Ron, be quiet. That's all my roommate had. And then she just put on the movie, turn off the lights, and laid her hang overhead on the desk. That is awesome. I want to do that in a job. It'd be awesome to be able to come out here and be like, I did not write any new jokes. Also, I have to take a dump. So here's Harry and the Hendersons for a bit. See you later. It'd be chaos for people if you could do that in every job. Imagine being in court, being all nervous. Your lawyer comes in all disheveled, like, I gotta be honest with you, I got hammered last night, did not look into your case. I'm thinking when it's my turn to talk, I'm just gonna put on batteries not included and run out the clock. What do you think? I had to go to court recently. You guys want to know why? Yes. I got caught peeing behind a bar by a cop. And apparently you're not allowed to do that. So I had to go to court and take care of it. I get to court, it's a crowded courtroom. And everyone in there is in there for normal stuff. You know how I know? Because they announce what you did as they call your name, and everyone is all normal stuff. Sarah Peterson, running a red light. Richard Tams, exceeding 25 in a school zone. And I start to get very nervous. Because when I know they call my name, they're going to say, Ryan Shore is peeing in public. I have to stand up like... I like to have a good time, but I'm sitting there, I'm getting ready for it. I'm mentally preparing. I'm like, okay, they're going to say your name. They're going to say peeing in public. Everyone's going to laugh at you. Get over it. And then it happens. Next case, Ryan Shore's urinating or defecating in public. That's one thing. Those are very different things. Those are two very different charges. And everyone just assumed it was the second thing, too, the way they're looking at me. Even the bailiffs are like... You can't just be pooping on the sidewalk when you feel like it, sir. This is not Santee, where you're clearly from. You can't just do whatever you want. Two charges. That's like saying, next case, Ryan Shores. He either walked his dog without a leash or he molested a horse. You look at him and figure it out for yourself. It's one of those two. I'm happy to be doing this again. I couldn't do comedy for like a year for reasons you understand, but I'm touring again. I just got back from Seattle. Has anyone ever been to the Seattle airport, by the way? Yeah. Okay. For those of you who haven't been there, fun fact about the Seattle airport. At the Seattle airport, all the announcements are done by Guns N' Roses bass player Duff McKagan. That's absolutely true. I know, that was my reaction. He's not actually there, it's a recording. That'd be a little sad, wouldn't it? But it's still a little alarming to be walking past Cinnabon and just hear, hey guys, this is Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses, reminding you, only ticketed passengers are allowed past the security checkpoint. Rock on. I found out why that happens. He's on the tourism board. He's like Mr. Seattle, that's why that happens. I didn't know that. So for a straight hour, I just assumed all these announcements were going to be done by washed-out rockers from the 80s, and I was psyched. I was sitting on the baggage carousel just waiting to see who else they had up there, just waiting for something like bing bong bing. Hey guys, this is Vince Neil from Motley Crue. I killed a man driving drunk in the 80s, but I would never leave my bag unattended in the terminal because that would be irresponsible. That'd be a cool airport. It would be awesome. Get Ozzy Osbourne on that microphone to confuse the shit out of everybody. Bing bong bing. Gate A. Oh shit. We're missing this plane. I was on the airplane, and alright, I have this little thing, maybe some of you guys do this too. When I'm alone with my thoughts, I start to get up in my head and relive arguments that happened 10 years ago, and that only this time I win. And like, as I'm doing this, as I'm thinking about things, I start to fidget. Every few words escape my lips a little bit. If you're watching me, and I don't know you're watching me, this is what it's gonna look like. What is he? So anyways, I'm on the plane, and I don't know what my mouth or my face or my arms are doing, but whatever it was, it caused a total stranger sitting next to me to put his arm around me, hug me, and say, my son has Tourette's. Here's the thing, I'm so dumb, I didn't realize he was talking about me. So when he said, my son has Tourette's, my reaction was, shit! I'm sorry? And he went, no, it is nothing to be ashamed of. And I went, all right then, and I read a magazine. And then, like, 2 hours later, 2 hours into this quiet flight, in the middle of this silent airplane, I put two and two together. I realized what he was inferring, and in the middle of this silence, I just blurted out, "No, I don't have Tourette's!" Which is not something that someone that doesn't have Tourette's does. I got rid of cable during the pandemic. Anyone else? I'm an all streaming guy now. Anybody else? Yeah. Here's a weird thing. Since getting rid of cable, I miss TV commercials. I know that's weird. I do. I don't mean, let me explain. I don't mean big budget commercials for like Verizon and Coca-Cola. I miss local commercials. You know what I mean? Just like shitty, awful. Look like they're produced for $108 and star some semi-literate car salesman from Marietta trying to read cue cards and screwing the whole thing up. Like, come on down to oh my God, at the Nissan of Marietta, we have new and pre-owned cars that price to move. You're like, that was the good take? That made it on TV? Sometimes they have like an ex-athlete in the commercial. That's always a little sad, isn't it? It's always like some ex-athlete. He's like some guy who was on the Chargers for one season in the 90s as a kicker. He's always wearing his old jersey, holding a football for some weird reason. He's been concussed into a mental patient. He's just trying to hold the whole thing together. Like, are you tired of mowing your lawn? Instead of AstroTurf, no watering, no mowing, no fertilizer, no leprechauns trying to mess up your bed. AstroTurf, it's a touchdown every time. But my favorite of all the logo commercials have to be personal injury attorneys. Oh, love those guys. You know why? They're angry for no reason, just like me. I love those guys. They're always upset. It's always the same commercial. Goes to commercial. Guy comes on the screen. He's wearing a suit. He's got books behind him. You're like, I trust this guy. See what he has to say. He's always mad. He's like, have you been injured in an accident? How about a work-related injury? Are bills piling up? You need someone on your side. Call me. I'm Larry H. Parker, and I'll fight for you. You're like, yes! This guy's like the ultimate warrior in '88. I love this guy. I want him to do a commercial like that for me. I have the intensity. I don't have a law degree, though, so I'm thinking, stay with me. I'm going to do a commercial where I actually offer to fight for people. Wouldn't that be a cool commercial? Think of that commercial. I come on the screen. I'm wearing a suit with the sleeves cut off or something. Also, I'm like, hey! Did someone grab your woman's ass in a bar and make you look like a bitch? Did someone call you a racial slur and flick a cigarette at you? Do you need a creepy Irish guy with a checkered past to go punch him in the neck? Of course you do. Call me. I'm Ryan Shores, and I will literally fight for you. Oh, yeah!